And now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, March 2nd, 2017. Here. Good morning to you all. This lovely Thursday morning, March 2nd, 2017. There are your news and odds here. Top straight 841 on this Thursday morning. Here is Attorney General Jeff Sessions spokeswoman released a statement late Wednesday after the Washington Post reported that Sessions had spoken twice with Russia's ambassador last year in contact. He failed to disclose it as confirmation hearings. President Obama in December has summoned his. Joe Biden's married son under dating Bowles' widow. 12 governor mission contradictions and lies Bernie Sanders put in the Trump's address. As Senator Bernie Sanders, incumbent of Vermont, ranking member of the Senate Budget Committee, questions budget director Representative Mick Mulvaney. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, North Korea, Korean envoy rejected Malaysia to autopsy, finding that the VX survey should have killed. Kim Jong-nam said that the Thursday man probably died of heart attack, but he suffered from heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Paris, the European Parliament voted to first to lift French far-right leader Marine Le Pen's immunity from prosecution by treating gruesome to the violence of crime, current a maximum sentence of 3 years in prison. Gina Miller, who brought the lawsuit that forced UK Prime Minister Theresa May to get parliamentary approval of the Brexit plan, is considered another legal challenge. President Donald Trump delivers the first address of the joint session of Congress on the floor of the House of Representatives in Washington on Trump administration exposed possible military force to combat North Korea threat. Sean Spicer, the White House press secretary, received frequent critics of his briefing room performance from President Trump. About 2 weeks ago, Diana Vargas had the bedroom closet for Jackson, Mississippi, or more after Roberts. Should immigration officials handcuff her father in family driveway. George W. Bush is warning against isolation in Tennessee in the U.S. and says it's dangerous to national security. The White House top ethics lawyer held 2 meetings with Trump's senior advisor, Kellyanne Conway, and Director of Ethics rules after she used the Fox News interview to urge viewers to purchase products from Ivanka Trump's fashion line. There's more contentious aspect to that China and North Korea relations often overlooked in Washington. The Central Bank of Venezuela said the country has a $10.5 billion foreign reserves, mostly in gold, which amounts to a 66% increase since 2011. The U.S. Department of Justice charged 55 people at crimes ranging money laundering to trafficking in heroin, methamphetamine, and firearms in California. By most real indicators, the U.S. economy is not too hot or not too cold. Yet financial markets are battling that a core group of the Federal Reserve officials said interest rates are steadily rearing to go. Sir Lafarge, Holcim Limited Chief Executive Eric Olson, said Thursday that the proposal for the massive U.S. infrastructure spending as well as the project demand will shut up to maintain a healthy flow of demand for the war closures. Snap price of the IPO at $17 share fell in committee at $24 billion. Dow up 31 points at 15.55. SP 5 up 32 points at 23.95. The A6 of the Nasdaq up 7.59 points at 5,904.03. Scientists claim to have discovered that remains of macroorganisms in Canada at least 3.77 billion years old. If they are proven to be of a biological origin, they would be the oldest block of fossils ever found. Wild African sheep for the shortest time, Eddie Bubble, according to studies, scientists tracked 2 elephants and trying to find out more about the animals' natural sleep patterns. Temperatures under the Antarctic continent reach a breakaway at 63.5 degrees Fahrenheit in 2015, according to a new report that Bobby records at the bottom of the world. Billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk announced Monday that his private spaceflight company SpaceX plans to fly 2 private citizens around the moon in late 2018. It's some good news for older Americans. The report shows that collective cancer rates among those over 50 fell 30% in 2000, while deaths for the disease fell by 34%. When James Harris, Special Wife Solomon Karan, and Jordan Hospital at Edgemont Montreal denied on February 19th, he expected it should be treated prior to the case. You know that the shovel order of clothing from the splinter pool you can recall from Earth's child. It turns out not just chlorine, but a particular chemicals that find where the chlorine beats sweat, body oils, and urine. I'm also chronologically, and that's this week. It's literally on more bit of new data technology, more preserved heart valves and blood vessel rat damage to tissues by the study published Wednesday in the Journal Science. Peter Children's Eye, 846 on this. Thursday morning, time now for a sports report here. Boston Celtics defeat the James and Cleveland Cavaliers 103 to 99 at the TD Garden here. Boston Brisbane at the Garden take on the New York Rangers. Cup punch to the Northwestern provides Michigan and never can be taken for granted. And LeBron James is playing more minutes per game than anyone. Not named Kyle Lowry had to work on the toward the 7th straight NBA Finals coming. He might be tired. Beauty Children's Eye, 847 on this Thursday morning. Time out for traffic and President Park. Baby! Let's hurry to with it. Subway system is looking at and on the commuter rail, looking good, and on the ferries, they are all looking good. Here. All right. Highways and byways of New England here. 95, stop outside. Back up run. Fairfield down around Sanford. 95 to the north outside by the Stanford stretch. 95, stop outside. Wilson, Milford down to Bridgeport. Merritt Parkway, stop outside. Slow from Fairfield down around Sanford. Merritt Parkway, both ends by the Bridgeport stretch. 84, both ends of back to the Waterbury stretch. 84, eastbound side. Slow from DeWitt to 9 Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side. Wilson, 84, Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side. Wilson, right to 84, Hartford, Connecticut. 384, westbound side. Wilson, to Route 6, Manchester, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side. Slow from 291 and 57 in Springfield. Central Massachusetts and without Lincoln, 495 on the northbound side, slow from Milford all the way at the Massback Westburg. Massback eastbound side, Westburg, slow around Westburg. 146 on the northbound side, also Route 99 out in Lincoln Red 99, northbound side, so 126, 122 in coming over down, 146 on the southbound side, also Route 95 out in Providence, 95 southbound side, so protected the downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, back to around 37 to Walk area to downtown Providence. 195 westbound side, also from east part of the downtown Providence. Here. Route 3 to the southbound side, slower around the Marshfield stretch, and northbound side, also from 33 down to the Main Street, but 24 stop and go between West Bridgewater and all the way to Route 128 to Canton. 95 to the northbound side, also from Boston Street, no, 128 Canton. Southern Expressway at both ends, it's backed up from Dorchester down on Cuisine, southeast of Expressway, northbound side, it's slow. All the way down to Boston, 93 both ends down to Boston, backed up. Massback, westbound side, Wilson, Newton Corner, Massback, eastbound side, Wilson, and all the way out to the Southeast Expressway, Massback, westbound side, also from Logan Airport to Boston, South Boston. 93 to the southbound side, also from Bedford down to Aiken Bridge, Route 1 to the southbound side, also from Chilton down to Charlestown. 120 to the northbound side, back to 20, Randolph all the way out to Route 128 Kenton. And then in Briskin from Great Bay Island, Nemo to Route 20 Waltham. 120 to the southbound side, it is back up from Route 3 Brewer. Round on the Waltham, Route 2 eastbound side, back up around the Belmont Stretch, 128 southbound side, the Little Soul, just about the Linfield and Adamine Woburn, 93 southbound side, slow from Bedford out of Boston. Route 1 south, slow from Chelsea to Charlestown. 45 minutes southbound to Little, 230 minutes doing. Route 3 to southbound side is back up around 128 out in Burlington. And Allen's and Byron's Vermont, Venture, Maine out. Lincoln get out with 50 out. The northbound side, also at 7 Quebec, Montreal, and 87 to the southbound side, also that's off for Route 7 to Surrey. Peter Children's time is now 8:50 on this Thursday morning here, and it's time out for weather report here. And what a difference a day makes. Yesterday we were basking in the biomorphin. Today we're gonna go drop back to reality. We winter-like temperatures here. And looking at radar, and it shows some rain, sleet, and snow showers around Ware and Sturbridge, Mass. And raining around Springfield while seeing some snow from the Berkshire County, Massachusetts, up to the southern Vermont and eastern New York here. And zooming out a little bit, and it shows some snow showers stretching from northern New Hampshire and up and around Maine. Rain showers from Augusta, Maine, that east Bay around southern Brunswick, and then around western portions of central portions, and east portions of Nova Scotia, rain showers off the Nova Scotia, and some snow showers in eastern New York City and up around Quebec, and snow around Pittsburgh and vicinity in western PA. Okay. High wind warning here, and we will continue to walk through the river laws of the Lower Connecticut River. The combination of snow, metal, and iron may rain this weekend, may rise in the wind for all purposes, extra stage, even moderate flood. High wind warm effective 11 p.m. this evening off 7 New England. West 23 miles on the gust between 45 and 55 miles an hour. A free brief gust and 6 miles an hour possible. Strong winds expected from mid morning this afternoon. Wind should administer 7 this evening. Some dry trees and tree limbs are possible. With some isolated scattered power outages possible also. A high wind warning is issued when sustained with a 40 miles an hour expected at least 1 hour. When it gusts up to 58 miles an hour greater at a time. Damage to trees and power lines that are probably up. Possible with its magnitude and power is likely. Take action to screw. Loads outdoor objects. 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, most skies by the morning with a cleared with a temperature followed by 5 p.m. Breeze with a westbound 11 to 20 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 50 miles an hour. Tonight, most of the coast about 21 degrees. Westbound 7 to 11 miles an hour. Gusts high at 30 miles an hour. For Friday, sunny skies about 30 degrees. Westbound 6 to 10 miles. Gusts high at 25 miles an hour. Friday, isolated snow showers before 1 a.m. Pop clouds go about 10 degrees and wind chill miles lows 4 below. Northwest about 9 to 30 miles gust 25 miles an hour. Chest make sure is 20%. Saturday, Sunday, most coast about 26 about 80 degrees. West northwest about 20 miles gust 34 miles an hour. Sunday, Sunday, pop clouds about 36 about 22 degrees. Monday, Sunday, mostly clouds about 40 about 32 degrees. Tuesday, chest make mostly clouds back to the 50s here. 55 and low 39 by about. Tuesday night and chest patient 30%, and Wednesday chest patient part test about 56 degrees, chest patient 30%. Currently in Taunton it's 50 degrees and Norton it's 50 and Mansfield 51. And that's me for the Picture Channel morning news on this Thursday, March 2nd, 2017 on a Thursday. PUC, have a good morning with a good positive to hope you have a good day.